Good morning, everybody. We're back. I'm gonna need more coffee here in a few. I should probably go get more coffee before we actually get started. But before we do, I just wanted to say a quick congratulations to Awaken Realm. I noticed last night that they put out on their Twitter account. We kicked off the year with an incredible milestone, and now it's time to share that. Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon has sold over 1 million copies across all platforms. So for a small team having built their first really big ass awesome open world single player RPG, congratulations to Awaken Realm, because that's a pretty cool milestone to have sold 1 million copies since launch for a small indie team who came from a board game background, like a board game company. And I know Co Carnage has already spoken to this, so all I can do is repeat what has already been said. But considering that this is their first game like this, we've already done our first playthrough last year when the game came out. We're currently doing a second playthrough, courtesy of Awaken Realms, and also the DLC in this playthrough. And to have accomplished this type of game, it's not flawless, but it is really, really, really good. They can only go up from here. And we were talking about this yesterday about, like, if you look at the difference between Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and all of the things that Warhorse Studio learned from the first game that helped them make that second game even bigger and better and more epic. I'm sort of looking at Awaken Realms going, this is the equivalent, in my opinion. So I can't wait to see what they do next. Huge milestone. Congrats to them on making 1 million sales on Tainted Grail. And we are going to dive back into our second playthrough. And it's got a banger soundtrack to boot. So. But before I hit the play button, I am going to grab another cup of coffee. Because I didn't realize I was mostly empty when I sat down. Alright, should be able to actually get started now. What's up, Ogrenaut? Finally catching a live stream in a while. Nice. The Anaheim Rangers says, love checking out your recent Skyrim playthrough. Usually don't watch live. Wanted to ask, how often do you hop back on EverQuest these days? No, I don't. I did my last EverQuest session. I can't even tell you. It's been 4 or 5 years ago now. I will never. That's a chapter of the book that's been closed. It's kind of like I don't go back and play Pools of Radiance ever again. It was a great game when it came out, right? Pools of Radiance was awesome. I can't go back and play Pools of Radiance. The minimum level. We had a great conversation about this during last night's stream, and it was this morning's video on YouTube. I have a minimum tolerance for graphics and mechanics, and EverQuest has passed beyond the threshold, which means I just can't play it anymore. I'm unwilling to put up with, 25-year-old mechanics from a time when we couldn't program quality of life things into games. It's not so much the graphics, it's mostly the mechanics. The graphics, I can put up with old crappy graphics, but yeah, quality of life stuff, no, I'm over it. I've even been bitching about that in my recent Skyrim, my second Skyrim playthrough, like the lack of ability to fast travel from inside of the dungeons. Even though I love Skyrim and I'm having a great time, that lack of a fast travel feature annoys the hell out of me, because I want that in my current games, like modern games. Even this game does that. We have to go to waypoints, signposts, which is the same thing that Witcher 3 did. It's a way of doing it, but I much prefer fast travel just because, nah, minor annoyance, but little things that I could point out at. Whereas the difference is between minor annoyances and big things like EverQuest. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not even that. Like, I've got an episode. So your follow-up was being a variety streamer. There's so many new things to play with, right? So this is an interesting point. This is actually going to get spun out into a YouTube video now, because hang on, I'm timestamping this. Why don't you play EQ? Or I think the question was not why don't you? It was would you ever? Okay. And we started this round 6 minutes. Okay. Um, so going back to what you were saying, being a variety streamer, there's so many new things to play with. If you go back in the history of this channel, look at the first year that I started streaming full time, which was what, 2022? Yes. And the first year that I was streaming, I was playing a lot of old school MMOs on this channel. We were doing EverQuest, Project 1999, EverQuest 2 progression servers. We were doing, along with Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars Old Republic, but also, why am I blanking? Um, oh, we did like World of Warcraft Classic as well. I still ran guilds back then. And that first year we were also not multi-stream, we were co-streaming with other people who were in our guild, and we were grouping with and doing regular MMO content with. Oh, the Vanguard Saga of Heroes emulator, that one too. And I noticed that by the end of like the first summer, I was like, nobody was getting any growth. I was like, this is not a sustainable way to stream. This is not a sustainable way to make content, because I'm trying to scale a business. This is actually, if you go back and watch, I have a series on YouTube called How to Make a Living as a Content Creator and Streamer, and this is explained in greater detail in one of the episodes. I think it's the one on, do you become a variety streamer or do you become a niche streamer? And this is the example, one of the examples I give. We give multiple examples. I wasn't seeing any growth by playing old school MMOs. I was personally having fun, but there was no growth at all. And there were all of these new games coming out that I wanted to play. And I started to look around in the landscape of people who were streaming, and I was like, who do I really want to emulate? Who do I really like as a content creator? And I looked at Carnage and I said, that dude plays a lot of games, including old school games. That's what I want to do. And so I looked at that and said, that's where I'm going to focus. And if you go back and look, all of the people that I used to play with who were also attempting to start their YouTube channels and attempting to start their streaming careers, none of them exist anymore. They all disappeared off the internet. And the reason is because there's no growth in playing old school MMOs. There is a small niche community around them. I still find enjoyment in them, but like, I think the minimum level of standards for me would be something like EverQuest 2, but I've also done EverQuest 2 so much. Even with my wife, I have streams on the channel. There's old VODs where my wife, for the first time in her life, tried MMOs, and she played for like 4 months. She did EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, and World of Warcraft with me. And she liked EverQuest 2 the most out of all three of them. Even though World of Warcraft is more streamlined and has localized Spanish so that she could get immersed in it, she wasn't having to read and translate. She loved EverQuest too. It's a great game. But yes, focusing on new releases is a far better business strategy for someone like me. And it has worked very well, because we've obviously we're coming up at the end of our 4th year of doing this full time. We've only seen, it's been growth. Every year, year after year. It's, there's so many new games to play. So, yeah, EverQuest has a special place in my heart because I played it for 7 years, and it sort of was like my late teens, early 20s. I no-lifed that game quite a bit. I remember being level 45 and doing, chain pulling for 19 hours to get through level 45 when it was a hell level outside of Karnor's Castle in the Dreadlands. And, I have great memories of that. But yeah, I can't go back. That's a book closed. We have way more things to focus on, which is also why, like, if you look at traditionally every Christmas, like from about Christmas time up until the end of January, I almost always go back and play like older games. Like we're doing Skyrim right now. Um, uh, what else have we done? A little bit of Divinity Original Sin 2. Last year I did the entire Mass Effect series. But that's about the only. It's like a 6-week window when no one's pushing out new games because the budgets have all been spent. Everybody's in the holidays, and then we get into January, and everybody's saving their budgets for the spring releases, right? The February, March, getting into those release dates. And so it's always been a perfect time to go back and play older games during that 6 weeks window of time. But the rest of the year is new releases because there's just so many. I mean, last year I think we did 40. I know we did like 30 new releases, and I think like 40-ish games overall last year. It was like 3 to 4 games on average per month, with no, and some of that was skewed because like September we played 9 games in the month of September and 7 games in the month of October to completion, I might add. Um, I logged some insane hours in September and October of last year. I won't be doing that this year, by the way. I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm too old for that shit. That's for young streamers who want to sit there for 12 to 14 hours a day. I have no need to do that. That's not. I've learned that's not for me. I could do a good 8-hour day, but those, an occasional 12-hour day is fine. But there was like 2 months where I did 12-hour days every day of streaming, and it was fun. But oh my god. Anyway, no more EverQuest. It's a great game though, and I fondly look forward to. If EverQuest 3 ever comes about, I will happily play it, assuming it has like modern mechanics. Folks, show up. And good morning, everybody. For those of you logging in the first 15 minutes of the stream, we got caught up in a tangent, which is great. That'll get clipped out for YouTube later today. What's up, tomfoolery? 8 degrees, negative 13 Celsius. What is it where I live? 16 Celsius, 60 Fahrenheit outside. It's a beautiful morning where we live. It's going to be 80 degrees today, Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius today. Beautiful day. Sunny day. We've had cloudy for like the last few days. Well, I guess it says partially cloudy. We did not get our materials delivered yesterday. Those guys never showed up, so Chris is pretty anked. So hopefully they're going to deliver that stuff today. Okay, surely I have done enough for him. Let's go just double check. Fergus, my man. I want to speak with the captain. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2 are great games. Have playlists of both of them up on YouTube, and I've done 2 playthroughs of the first game. I've only done 1 of the second game. I own the big Ultimate Edition with all the DLCs, and at some point I want to go back and do a full playthrough of everything back to back. Who knows when that might happen? It is nice weather. I'm very happy. Okay, I solved the problem in the cemetery for you. Hey, Chris. Buenos días. La blanca está afuera. Esos dos están aquí. Oh, entonces todo bien, todo bien.
You've done your part in proving your worth. All right, you deserve the truth. You won't find the captain at the Horns of the South. He ordered us to lock down the keep, and then he disappeared. I have my suspicions about where he might be, but I can't say for sure. And frankly, I hope I'm wrong.
Tell me your suspicions.
I don't like your tone, my friend. But all right. I suspect he's at the All-Mother's Temple. But I will warn you.
What's up, Thandar?
If he's not dead already, I'm pretty sure you'll be if you decide to go there. That's where the Dolriada tribes are holed up, and they're not known for their kindness. And if you do find the captain, tell him to return to the Horns of the South as soon as possible.
It's a good game,
Galahad
Roro.
the Pure is already on his way, and he won't be pleased to find a bunch of keepers hiding behind the walls without their commander. We'll all face consequences if that happens.
Okay. I need to find a way to enter the All-Mother's Temple. However, before I do that, there was a side quest that we were working on yesterday, which I've never done before. I missed this in my first playthrough, so I kind of want to do this quest before I continue. Revan1496 coming in with a sub over on Twitch. Thank you very much for the support. Thangdar says, we finished Walking Dead, so we started Fear the Walking Dead. It's a good franchise. I watched the first 7 seasons, I think, of Walking Dead before I finally stopped. I think I got busy. Chris and I were traveling or something, and I just never went back. JK says the storage tool is available in Dune finally. You can use it when you transfer servers. Nice. I'm really looking forward to the console release of Dune Awakening, JK. I know that Chapter 3 is supposedly coming this spring, or this winter, I should say. Who knows when. I'm gonna probably go play through that storyline because it'll be 2 streams. It'll be 6 hours, 8 hours of content. What I'm really looking forward to is the console release because I really want to put that on the PS5 Pro and just replay the whole thing from start to finish as a just like I did the first game as a single player RPG, but I'm probably not getting caught up too much in any of the big base building. Although they've got all the new base builds and everything else now, there's so many new base builds that have been added to the game, and I had a lot of fun building that first base. So we might, I don't know. But I mean, dude, I had a great time my first run through Dune Awakening. That was like 600 hours over the first 2 months. It's fucking great. I don't know that I would go that deep on a PS5 playthrough, but I would put another 200-300 hours into that game. Like just start from scratch and go through all the DLCs and all the chapters. Get all the building pieces, max out, I'm hopefully they're going to add the third faction at some point. Correct, Rayforge. All the changes, going back and replaying Dune Awakening at some point, it's going to be basically, a new experience. Yes, the story is going to have the same beats, but they've polished so much since it came out. Like, I haven't even checked out the newest changes to the Landsrad, because now they have, like, you can go pick your missions, or maybe those things are still coming. I don't actually know, but like picking your missions and then going to those instanced areas to do those repeatable missions, scalable difficulty on those in-game dungeons. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that's been added. For sure. Alright, Herbert says I should find someone knowledgeable in druidic magic to restore the cromlech back to its original state. What am I tracking over there? Doesn't actually... I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to. Who might be knowledgeable of druidic magic? I don't have an actual waypoint for that one. Mystery to unsolve. Well, I remember there was a bridge... out here. Right here, there was a bridge. And I wonder if I went back to the Druid Rings. But there was somebody standing at the bridge. Maybe we'll head up there and see. Random NPC quests. I don't know that I've done to any of those either, Gray. That's awesome. All right, let's Alright. Somebody knowledgeable about druidic magic.
I like it when things are quiet.
That Raven Crest Executioner is awesome. Too bad I'm not using two-handed axes. It's pretty cool. I do not need 3 chopping axes. Don't need the bow or the arrows. Summons are banished for eternity. Interesting. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Alright. I wonder if this guy, he probably won't know anything druidic though, because he's a priest, but I wonder if he'll have a lead.
Blessings upon you. It's a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach the weirdness life?
Yeah,
and
you're
that?
you're not gonna have
May
information that
Kai's
I'm looking
word.
for, 'cause you're like anti-druid. I'm gonna go out to that bridge and see if that's a starting place. If not, we can check the druid rings again. Maybe those spirits will show back up. Let's put a waypoint. Oh, we got those red caps. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Here we go. This is the guy I was remembering. He might.
Did you make sure that no one from the Queen's entourage was following your trail? Beware her spokespeople. And if you're acting on her behalf, be gone and perish!
What are you on about?
The first time I saw her was years ago, when night fell over Brock Miala, and the gatherers had already fallen into a peaceful slumber. Then, the first sign appeared, a harbinger of what was to come. The mist, thicker than ever before. Wilfred was the first to notice it, as he still tended to the beehives. Finally, from the milky shroud suspended between the earth and the sky, an unexpected procession emerged, led by the Queen of Queens. Oh. We were lucky to be wearing our attire.
What happened next? Who is the queen?
Along with the mist came stinging troubles. The Queen issued a decree, and that meant trouble. That's right. Troubles are like bee stings. Man swells from them, and later on, he doesn't even resemble a human anymore. The most important thing is that both Brock and Brock Miala were protected. Yes, that's the most important thing.
Who are you?
Depends on who's asking. Do you bring trouble, or are you in need? Do you hear the buzzing of the bee swarm, or are you carrying that noise yourself?
No, I can't hear any buzzing from you. Hold on.
You don't know what you're doing here yourself, and you are looking for answers, or the right questions. Well, same difference. My name is Brock. If you need something to shield yourself from evil, you've come to the right place. Of course. Go ahead. Choose something.
Ooh, spell power by 7. I'm gonna buy that. Your attire is peculiar.
It's the attire of many families from Brockmiala. It protected them, just like it protected me. That's right, but I can't give it to you. It shields me from the Queen's gaze. I am invisible to her. I hope you understand. No one wants to be noticed by her. I hope your protective beads won't get much use. Travel safely.
Okay. He didn't give me any details for anything. I guess we could try the druid rings again. I am at a loss. Oh, you know where I haven't gone is the docks. There might be somebody on the docks. I forgot all about that place. Oh, is that a temporary buff thing? Oh, I can actually equip. I had horse armor already ready to be equipped. I didn't know that. Oh, damned. Bag. What was that? Oh, it's a weapon relic. How does that work? I have to do that at the crafting station. Okay, that'll be cool. I can put that on like one of my items. Oh, see? Look at that. Now my horse has armor. I knew they had given me a pop-up about it, but I didn't know that I actually had some in my inventory. I thought I was going to have to go buy some, and I just never took the time to do so. Dude, that's cool. Big fan. Alright, jump over the stupid fence, horse. Alright, is that like a... There is like a ring up there. I wonder if I can maybe... I mean, that's where we went before, so I wonder if maybe there's some druid stuff up here. If not, I am at a loss of where to find someone druidic to talk to. See anybody up here? I don't think I have met anybody in my travels. Is this a hut or something? No, it's like a ruin. Oh, hang on. I must walk the path to beseech her to save our most holy haven. Those of the Dalriata claim that we worship the same goddess, but how can I believe these savages who can't even write? I will visit all the chapels, make an offering. I will collect every bit of her grace, sneak back into the temple, cast it into a single most powerful amulet. This will surely work. The All-Mother must hear me. Interesting. I just got... my first cloak. Hell yeah. I don't like the symbol on it that much, but still, I got a cloak. Yay! Oops. I kind of do like those bracers, just visually. They're the same armor class. I feel like it lends a little bit more to the, you know, I've got precious metals that are imbued with magic around my wrists. I can dig it. What does that even look like? No, it don't. But my robes are still way too good. Alright, satin trousers, boots. I like those shoes better too. Those boots. Cool. Well, I just got a slightly better look for my character. New boots, new gauntlets, a new cape. Oh. What else did we get? I mean, that's cool looking, but I'm not going to wear it. I have a way better one. What's up, Knox? Good morning. Good morning, Angus. I did mention going to the docks. Yep. Oh, I forgot this fast travel's not over here. Fast travel's down over here. Oh. Come on now. Does the horse not jump? I never paid attention. Hey, get back. The horse does not jump. Okay. So I can't leap over things. Alright, let's go back over here. I've already done Red Dead Redemption 2 playthroughs. I've got like 600 hours in that game. Videos up on YouTube. Do I have any advice for someone who plays a lot but loses focus? Yep, we've done several videos on that recently. Those are in the first Skyrim playlist over on my YouTube channel. There's a series of videos where we discuss role-playing, playing lots of games, how to enjoy games, all sorts of stuff in that playlist. Oh yeah, I've also got like a few hundred hours in Red Dead Online as well. We actually I just reinstalled Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PS5 like last week or the week before because Bubbaloni has been playing the first game for the first time. And he was talking about Red Dead Online and I was like, you know what? I haven't touched my Red Dead Online account since like 2018 or 19. So I went and logged on to my Red Dead Online account for the first time in like 8 years or something. 6 years, however long it's been. What I wanted to do was like, man, it would be cool to like start a character from scratch in Red Dead Online. I know it doesn't get new content anymore, but there's still enough people playing that they've left the servers up online. And I've debated getting it for the Xbox just so I could start a new character from scratch, just to do a like let's play series of like what is Red Dead Online like in 2026, because it's a damn good, it's a fun experience. That's a great game, phenomenal. All right, we are looking for someone druidic. This doctor's not gonna know because he's the one who gave me the quest. don't need to go into the barracks. Who are you?
Stay out of my way.
Really?
You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
Who's Cole?
Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage.
Ain't nobody want to be locked in a cage. Alright.
Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
My brother just started his very first ever Witcher 3 playthrough over the holidays. He picked it up for like $4 on Steam. I was like, I've never played this game before. And like all over Christmas break, he was sending me like daily screenshots and video clips from his playthrough. He was totally involved. It's a great game. I can't wait for The Witcher 4. We're gonna play the shit out of that game. But before we do, we get Dawnwalker this year, which is the game coming from Rogue Wolves, which is the new studio that was founded by a bunch of the old Witcher 3 people. That's also going to be a phenomenal experience. We're going to be playing the shit out of that this year. It's going to be good. But Witcher 3, do it, like, Witcher 3 is amazing, especially with all the DLCs. Blood and Wine is still one of my favorite DLCs of all time. Nice, Napier. I haven't gotten to the new DLC yet. Slowbar says my next game will be Starfield. I almost booted up Starfield this morning and streamed that instead of this. I was like, I sat here for like the first 30 minutes when I was cutting my Instagram and TikTok short together. I was like, man, I am really in the mood for some science fiction this morning. And I was sitting there going, do I log into Star Wars: The Old Republic or do I log into Starfield? And I was like, man, it would be really fun to log on and just play like the first 3 or 4 hours of Starfield this morning. And it's like, no, I gotta get through Awakened Realms. I gotta get through this second playthrough. I can't get distracted. All right. Village. Now, theoretically, we might find some druidic person up around here. Actually, I think the village is down that way.
Always good to have a little rest. Hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, 2 lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore.
I just remembered that the doctor may have said something about one of the guards walking on the walkways and might have information about where to find the druids. I need to go. I need to go back down before I go to the village. If not 2 lighthouses.
2
then
taverns,
what?
of course. One to drink in, and the second for when you're already drunk.
You mentioned ships don't sail here anymore.
Aye. Why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more. Gotta admit, though, it does look pretty majestic.
It is pretty majestic, I will agree. Alright, let me go back down here, because I may need to talk to one of the guards wandering the walls. By the way, there was another building here. I'm not going to go into the jail at the moment. I don't have a quest to go in there that I'm aware of. Alright, there's ladders up here. I remember there's guys walking up on this side, and there's guys on the other side. I do vaguely remember that much. Lock seems to be broken. Yeah, I was gonna just pick up and play the DLC, Napier, but when I checked my original save files, my first game save was at the very end of the game. So I didn't have anything on the main save, and then I had started a second character right after my first playthrough, and it was a mage, but it was only 10 hours into the game. And when I sat down, I was like, you know what? I don't remember how to play this game at all. If my original mage character is only 10 hours in, I'm just gonna start over from scratch. It was like it's 10 hours of content. That's not a problem to just get caught up on. So I can't catch him. Can't talk to that dude.
Ah, what a nice day.
Somebody's up here. Oh, you know what? I bet that was the smith below us that was talking. I don't see anybody up on this side other than the guard who just walked down. Oh no! I may have just found a little bug. I think I fell through
what a
a
nice
texture.
day.
There is a lack of a collider on that, and I think... Did we just fall into the... Yeah, it was like right there. Hang on. Did I fall off or did I fall through? I wasn't really paying attention because I was talking.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
I may have fallen off and inadvertently not paid attention. Yeah, I think what happened is this may or may not have... I think I fell through is what happened. Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't
Always
realize
a pleasure to see you.
that I'd fallen through. I just kind of fell off the edge there. Alright, we're cool. Alright, I didn't see anybody up on that side. I remember one of the guys up here has that quest about the Book of Armor, which turns out to be a really funny quest line. It's actually a really good quest line.
Hey, tell me, can you read?
Yeah? Why?
Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so proud of her. Oh, thanks. Here's the letter.
Oops. Oh, I thought I was going to click to read, and instead it did not do that. Okay, so hold on. Inventory. Bag. Letter from a keeper's sister. Brother, it ain't good news. Sorry. A few red priests came. They wanted to take Mum and some other folks because of the plague. Or Dad and some men did not agree. There was a fight, and our father got killed. And now I'm taking care of Mum. She's feeling sick. More and more weak. We don't know if the priests are going to come back. It's hard, but she tells me to send her love and tell you to keep going and do good things. I'm praying for you.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy?
I can't even attempt to lie to him because I lack the perception, so that'd be an instant critical fail, so... Sorry, something terrible happened.
No, you must have misunderstood something. What did I do?
No, that's a different letter, Nox.
I don't know. I don't know what
I
to
still
do.
haven't found who to turn that
I
into.
should go back to him, right?
You might get caught. You'd be accused of desertion and killed.
I guess. I guess that's true. Yes. Excuse me. I need to be alone.
Alright.
What do you think of scale armor?
What?
Scale armor. What do you think of it? The ones all the keepers wear.
I don't know. It's armor.
Sure, maybe it's easy to make and doesn't restrict movement, but it doesn't provide the best protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for. Lamella armor is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a polearm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable.
So why don't you tell the quartermaster or the blacksmith?
I told them, but they both said I know jack shit. Besides, the keepers rarely go
I
outside
do remember
the
this
walls
quest. This
nowadays.
quest is hilarious.
And the quartermaster added that if I don't like our equipment, he could send me out scouting in just my underwear.
So don't raise the topic anymore?
Perhaps you're right. But if somebody ever stabs me under the scales, I'll go straight to the quartermaster and give him an earful.
How do you know so much about armor?
I read a lot about it. In Volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac, Arden Shadowblade describes the differences between various types of armour. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious.
Who's Arden Shadowblade?
Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armour. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques, and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I would love to meet him one day. No, but I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armor.
If you have ever seen someone in our live streams or over on YouTube after a video gets published trying to act like they are an authority on a subject they know nothing about, that's what this quest line is all about, and mocking those people. This is one of the funniest quest lines in the game. It is really hilarious. It's also a great case study of someone who knows nothing about a subject but talks about it like they're an authority and creates a following, aka so many YouTubers who talk about, like, it's the armchair devs, right? Armchair devs. It's hilarious. I'm going to criticize every video game that ever comes out on my YouTube channel like I'm an authority on the subject when I've never developed a game in my life and I know nothing about game development. And I'm going to use thumbnails that have things like, "This is insane" in the title. The company has fallen from grace. Why can't they make good games anymore?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've never made one.
I
I'm
know
not
the
an
best way
armourer,
to make armor,
but
even
I've
though
read so
I have
much about
never
it,
made
I'm sure
armor
there
in my
won't be a
life, and
problem.
I've never
Here's the
studied
page
armor
from the
smithing.
Armourer's Almanac
But
that
I
explains
know
the
how to
process.
make the best armor, and anyone else, the scale armor is shit, even though it's been proven for centuries to work. It's shit because I know better, and I've written a book about it, and I've studied it, and there's this other guy who agrees with me, therefore it's true. Oh my goodness.
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery? Just kidding. Love the view, but this weather is killing me.
Always so windy up here.
Always windy. Always moist.
Moist! Maybe your clothes are too thin.
You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers, whatever the hell that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please.
I assume there's something you need.
Oh, aye. I need a warm coat. And I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days.
What's in it for me?
Oh, come on. Can't you see I'm freezing? Who in their right mind orders someone with bad joints to patrol the walls in this kind of weather, eh?
Let's see what I can do.
Thanks. I'll be right here, freezing my arse off.
Well, I still haven't found anybody up here on the walls. I'm gonna go Google this shit in a bit, probably. I cannot for the life of me, unless it's one of those quests that's... But I can't remember, don't quests, like, don't you have to have everything finished to move into the next zone? Because doesn't it cancel the quests you have in your inventory when you move into Chapter 2? I don't remember is the problem. I can't remember if you have to complete all this stuff in Chapter 1 before you move to Chapter 2, or if you can come back and do stuff, because there might... This, if it's the latter, this might be something where I don't even find it out until Chapter 2. I need a warm coat.
Huh. It's for Dan, isn't it? That ungrateful bastard's still on the wall.
Yeah, he told me.
Disagreement? Sure, you could call it that, and I guess I might have overreacted a bit. But since Dan is on the wall and I'm here, I couldn't tell him that I get it. The prank and all. And I forgave him a long time ago. Now that I think about it, it was a hell of a prank.
How about the coat?
Well, I may not be angry with him anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll work my ass off so that his doesn't freeze. Here's an explanation of how to make it. Feel free to help him out yourself.
The warmest coat. I probably can't even make it yet. Where would that be? Let me go look at the quest. Proper warm coat. I didn't see the recipe. Seriously. Warmest coat. Festering helm, festering chest guard, corpse eater. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I found it. Okay, I can make that theoretically. Let's try it and see. Nice. Alright, he was up on that side, I think. It was Dan, I think. Lieutenant Dan! We gotta go give a coat to Lieutenant Dan. No, you're the armor dude. He was leaning up against the wall over here somewhere. There he is. Lieutenant Dan! Here you go, buddy. Oh, and he even put it on.
Friend.
Nice.
Let me repay your kindness. Even though I don't have much, I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while ago. It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See those rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I see a light there. I'm no sure what it could be, though. A bandit camp this close to the Horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely?
Maybe a druid?
It's probably nothing, but maybe you could find something interesting or valuable there.
Thanks.
Farewell.
Sits down by the rocks at night. Investigate the shore. Wonder if I think this lock was broken. I gotta go out and around. Okay. Ooh, rosemary. Take that. I don't know that I've ever... Oh, there were stairs down here. Yeah, but that's where that broken lock. Can I open it from this side, maybe? Nope. There's a crypt entrance there, which I don't have a key for. Okay, very interesting. Alright, what to find out if I take damage. Oh, you definitely take damage even from the water. Okay, we've definitely got symbols all over the wall. There's a dude sitting there. This might be something. I just learned how to make a strong health potion.
Huh, so much for a secluded cave keeping visitors away. Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Oh well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
Who are you?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food? Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice. But I'll take anything, really.
Here you go. Give him... Do I have any bread? Beef stew.
Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you. But don't expect much. The only payment I can offer you is seashells, or, you know, access to an infinite well of ancient druidic wisdom.
Oh, please be the guy I needed to talk to for the quest.
I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet.
So, I'm pretty sure... I would have to go back and watch the stream from the other day.
Much better. Time for a nap.
I'm pretty sure the doctor told me to go seek out that Lieutenant Dan guy. Keeper Dan.
No, don't tell me you still have questions.
He led me to here, but it just wasn't... We didn't have a waypoint, so I wasn't sure if that was the right person to talk to. And it was very vague, so we've been getting vague hints. I'm pretty sure this was where we were supposed to end up. Danny says, I wasn't expecting to like the expansion as much as I did. Top tier writing. Nice, good to know. I'll be getting there eventually. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of cool stuff when I use I don't use Copilot, but I do use like Google AI search gives me pretty much spot on stuff every time I go look for something. All right, I need help.
Do you now? Oh, I'm intrigued. Go on. What appears to be the problem?
Okay, this is definitely the right track. So that's cool. All right, I'm glad I found it out natively instead of looking it up.
And I gather it was supposed to happen? Oh, don't worry, I'm not judging. What you do in your spare time is between you and your conscience. Anyway, please continue.
The Cromlech looks like something from a nightmare now.
God's damned southern druids. I dread to think what they were doing in that place. Don't worry, it's probably nothing a good cleansing can't fix.
Can you do it?
I guess I could, but what's in it for me?
I could give you something nice to eat.
Now you're talking. Right. If you don't mind, I'll take my payment up front. Splendid. Meet me at the Cromlech. I will need your assistance with the ritual.
Alright, so we did find a way to it. Black Tar Prophecies. Of course, now I gotta figure out how to get... Ooh, there's nodes. We're gonna get sidetracked. It is a good game. We're on our second playthrough. For anybody who's new, don't forget, follow along in all the places. The main channel in between the streams is over on YouTube, where we do game guides, movie and TV show reviews. We're doing the new Fallout episode, I believe, today. We're also reviewing other stuff, so make sure you follow along. Everything happens at 5 a.m. Central on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. We multi-stream in 4 different places. We start at 5 a.m. every single day. We usually do an afternoon stream as well for a total of 6 to 8 hours of streams. This is the day job. I forgot about that giant ass sword in the background up there. Just from a visual perspective. Just sticking out of the skyline. Alright, let's go back to our fast travel. Back within the safety of the walls. I finish pretty much every game I play, Rack. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I literally get paid to finish games. We usually play anywhere from 3 to 5 games a month, and as a variety content creator, that pretty much stays true throughout the year. We played to completion around 40 games last year, averaging about 3 per month. Some months a little over 3 per month. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I am a variety streamer, which means every single day I play 2 to 3 games. But thanks for a clippable moment. Because I will farm you out on social media and enjoy every moment of it as I make money off of your stupidity. Stretch! I'm going to take 5, everybody. I suggest you do the same. Grab some coffee, touch some grass, do some jumping jacks. That's what I'm going to do. Be back in a few.